Oh, my God.
Good afternoon,
Hello.
Mr. Penis.
Mr. Penis, very nice to see you, sir.
You're late. You've come to class late, and you've came in your pants early again, Mr. Potter.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Professor Snape.
I'm just learning how to come. I wasn't raised by wizards or something.
I wasn't raised by gay wizards. I was straight my whole life. Oh, shit.
Wow.
Shit, wait, do we have an ad read? No, you're just doing this for
I'm
fun?
just doing this for fun.
Wow.
Nick is smoking something, and I won't say what it is because no free plays.
Yeah, no free advertising.
No free
but
advertising.
I feel like
We picked up a crack sponsor. If you want
I feel like we're on Rogan.
Yeah, dude.
I feel like Elon Musk.
I feel like Elon.
I thought, what if the moon was made out of computers?
Damn.
That's a great idea.
You're blowing my damn mind.
That's a great idea, Elon.
It's electric cars. I was the first person to even have that idea.
Yeah.
Yeah, how about this? You did bumper cars.
I wasn't just
Fucking
the guy
idiot.
that first to have billions and billions of fucking dollars to blow money on bullshit electric cars. For.
You know he changed his name.
What was his name?
Elon. He changed it to E-Lawn.
Oh, nice.
Like electronic lawn.
That's awesome.
Well, his real name
Elon.
was Melon Cusk.
That's
And
awesome.
he
Was
got,
it?
yeah, everyone used to call him fucking Melon Head back when he was growing up
In
on
South
on
Africa?
1/16th. Hey, Melon Head.
Melon Head.
Oh, I didn't know he was
Melon
from...
Head ain't got no melanin. That's what they,
I didn't know he was from Uptown.
He's from Harlem.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what he means by South Africa.
Oh.
Yeah, because the Bronx is North
'Cause
Africa.
yeah.
And Harlem is South
The Bronx
Africa.
is more of like an Algeria
man.
vibe.
We're
Yeah.
legalizing it over here.
Yeah.
Dude, I want to get lifted off that.
Fuck you, dude.
Come on, let me get a pull.
You can pull this little nut sack.
Elon Musk said all the in my neighborhood. I've got the beep coming back.
Oh, I like it, dude. Return of the beep.
Return of the. Return of the.
Once again. Wow.
Legalize it.
Don't criticize it.
Don't criticize it. Suck my penis. Don't give me pussy.
Wow, this is some premium. I'm not gonna say what
You
it is.
can't say what it is.
But it's premium.
But it's good.
It's premium. It's like scientists chose this.
Honestly, it feels good. It actually does feel good to smoke stuff. Man, I got sick, and you know when you get sick?
Mm-hmm. You got corona even though you're vaccinated.
No, I had strep throat. I had
Nick,
a bacterial
I'm
infection.
You wanna-
you keep hitting it. I'm
similar to
doing
strep
something.
throat.
You don't
Give
want
it
to
to me.
pondy.
Ponde, pass the Dutchie and suck on my dick.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. I'm gay.
Well, I try to tell you so, but I guess you didn't know. As the sad story goes, baby, now I got the flow. 'Cause I know it from the start. Baby, when you broke my heart, that I had to come again and show you that I win. Your love for mine. All those times I said that I love you. Your love for mine. Yes, I tried. Yes, I tried. Your love for mine. Even though you know I died for you. Your love for mine. Yes, I cried. Yes, I cried.
Wow.
So that's
awesome,
That's,
dude.
yeah,
That's
that-
really good.
Wow, that's the radio edit.
That was worth it. It'd be very funny if that was a radio edit.
I'm just like my fucking dick.
Yeah, just like
We're not sure what it means.
If instead of like Jewish people, it was like Irish guys or Italian guys that own the recording industry, and they'd be like, "Yeah, sorry, we're gonna have to edit your. We're gonna have to do a radio edit on your song."
It would be way better if
just
they
adding
put the
adding
beeps.
n words,
Yep.
adding n words.
Yeah, we want to make it family friendly.
This kind of shit sells.
Yeah.
The more N-bombs,
Listen,
you don't have enough N's.
That was probably that had to be a note somewhere in the history of recording music. There was
By
a
a
guy that's
Jewish
like,
guy.
do you think that maybe you could say, I'm not gonna say it, but you like the,
It's hot. It's hot with
Hold
the
on,
kids.
let me go in the booth. Hold on.
Yeah.
And then that's him walking around out of the recording studio into the producer's booth, and then getting on the. Can you hear me? I'm on. Okay, Terrence. What I want you to say is more. If you can put more in the song, that would be great. All right, I'm coming back in there now.
Can you say absolutely? Right after NWA, when they were trying to do copycats, Jews were getting their hands all over that kind of shit.
Yeah. We need.
Wasn't part of the movie that there was like a villainous Jew involved, played by Paul Giamatti?
I never
I didn't
saw
see the movie, but
yeah.
I feel like that was part of it.
Yeah, I felt like I didn't need to see it because I lived
Need
it.
more attitude.
Didn't we already do that on it? Didn't we?
I don't know.
When that movie came out,
I
I
don't
don't
know.
know.
Could you just have more attitude?
he kind of talks like the Joker.
He does a little bit.
Giamatti does, yeah.
I remember seeing Sideways and being like, "God damn, why don't you get more pussy?"
I like that movie a
Paul
lot.
Giamatti.
I saw it with my dad. It was it was a really strange movie
Is
going
your-
experience.
is
I
your
like
dad
it
a-
lot.
No.
Oh, okay. I was just wondering.
I don't know. I don't know what you asked me, but I don't think he is.
Yeah.
Sorry.
I'm fucking Elon Musk, dude.
Mm-hmm.
Groms, give me some pussy.
Yeah.
Groms, give me some bony
I'm
pussy.
Good. I'm good off that. I'm mad stoned.
You good off the Chiba?
Yeah, I'm mad. I'm mad lifted.
Yeah. I'm feeling good. This settled my stomach.
Actually, yeah. I forget how nice it is to.
It is really nice, and I do kind of feel something
Yeah.
now that I don't really smoke much weed anymore.
Yeah. Well, that's what it's for.
Well, you
Yeah.
actually smoke pole now.
What do you mean?
Cock.
That never made sense to me.
What do you mean?
How's that a euphemism for
Shut up, Adam.
sucking a penis?
Smoke pole is awesome.
The thing about these that's great is you can like really fucking rip them, and you hit a ceiling where it's like
Absolutely.
That way you can make sure you got all of it.
Yeah.
It's like the opposite of when you drink anything out of a Tetra Pak,
What's the Tetra Pak?
like a
little-
coconut water.
Yeah, absolutely.
It always leaves some to the juice.
You always
in
got to
there.
shake it.
There's
You
always
gotta-
extra shit, and it's like this. I feel like I'm in a zoo. I feel like
Yeah.
I'm in prison.
Yeah.
How is this better for the environment? You're making me throw out juice.
I couldn't agree more about
It
anything.
feels wasteful.
Return of my
Something
dick.
about going to the zoo this weekend to see the tigers.
That's awesome, brother.
Are you going?
Probably not.
I thought you have a season pass.
I do.
How many times have you used it?
Twice. I go maybe like 2-3 times a year. I go to the
Yeah.
Prospect Park Zoo.
Oh, you don't go to Bronx and then
I do the
Arthur
Bronx
Avenue?
too, because the Bronx. You got to go. You got to spend like a week at the Bronx Zoo.
A week.
It's not.
There's not enough. It's like an amusement park. There's not enough time to see everything in one day.
Really?
I think I'm
It's
going
that
to the,
big?
You got dude. It is a. That
Is
is
it bigger than the Maryland Zoo?
For sure. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
That just shows you how little my frame of reference is still Baltimore. I'm like,
Yeah.
nah, the biggest zoo is the Maryland Zoo.
Yeah. I don't even know, but I mean, I would imagine there's a train that takes you over a bunch of tigers.
Whoa.
at the Bronx Zoo.
Yeah. That's how you
I
got.
never
That's how
went
you
on
see the
that.
tigers. You go on the fucking monorail.
Are you serious? That sounds
Majestic
awesome.
beasts, dude. Tigers are amazing.
They are pretty cool.
Yeah. Well, you didn't like them until I said that.
They're
so.
scary.
Honestly, you put me on to tigers, but
no,
ever
yeah.
since you
Sob's
you
being
told me about
honest and
them,
admitting that he's afraid of them.
I am afraid of them.
We have a mutual
I'm
understanding
afraid of
being
most
the tigers.
animals.
And Adam, you're a liar.
I'm a bullshit.
Your favorite animal is the duck penised platypus.
That's true.
Why?
This is out.
The penis billed platypus.
Yeah, yeah.
It's got a dick on its face
It's got
that
a
it
dick on
sucks
its
dick
face.
with.
Yep. Which is
Wow.
the gayest way to suck dick.
Yeah, it's through your
Through
face
your
to-
own face cock.
Yeah, and that's your favorite animal.
I think that's pretty
And when
talented.
furries came out, you're like, "Is this? Can I be this?
It doesn't technically have fur, but it's very gay. Can I
Yeah.
be this?
Can I be? Can I be this one?"
Yo, shot that
And
one.
the furries were like, "That sorry, that's even."
Sorry, even for us,
There was
some of the gayest people ever invented.
Yeah, there's a
That's
guy.
too
There's
gay.
a guy that's a semen breathing dragon,
Yeah.
the oldest in that crew.
Dude, those furry suits must smell so bad.
Yeah,
People getting cream pie. They probably have little flaps to get cream pied in.
Yeah, don't they have penis flaps to get
I
their
don't know.
junk out of?
I don't know, but
I just know from the Entourage episode where Turtle, some
he gets
chicks,
fucked.
what's the name of the show, Adam?
Entourage. Yeah, I get it.
No, you don't.
I get it.
You don't get it.
I don't get it.
Yeah.
Thank you for admitting the truth.
Why-
Some
Right.
hot chick goes up to Turtle and she's
He was
like,
he was describing
I
the
wanna-
show Ballers, but what he calls it is
no,
Entourage.
no, that's not. It's not what I call it.
That would be a wild.
I call it.
That would be
How you doing,
wild.
folks? It's me, Dwayne the Johnson. Watching my
To
show.
call a show where Rob Corddry is the second lead that Beep Ballers makes almost no
No,
sense.
Beep Entourage.
Beep Entourage.
Oh yeah, Beep
I call it
Entourage, I'm
sports
sorry.
entourage.
I actually don't. I don't know anything about the show.
Oh, I've seen two and a
I've
half
seen
seasons.
Neither
Really?
a single
Yes.
episode of Ballers nor Entourage.
I haven't seen
Oh.
Entourage either.
So I haven't seen
I've seen
either
probably
white or
every
black
episode of
Entourage.
Entourage.
I'm gonna start calling
I
the
wouldn't say
original one.
Ballers is Black Entourage.
I'm gonna start calling the original one White Entourage.
It is.
Smart.
It
It'd be
is.
fun to do like a woke tweet like that. It's like, you know what? How about we start calling Entourage White Entourage
Mm-hmm.
and Ballers? We just call
Entourage.
that. We call that. We
The
call that
real
regular. The
Entourage.
real Entourage.
Yeah.
What was that?
And people are like, what are you talking about? And I'm like, I don't know.
I'm like, I don't
I
know.
said something racist in private, and now I've converted it into me being.
Yeah. I called something gay once when I was 13.
Did you see that tweet from that trans person that
No.
said, after exposing myself to several Jewish people over the last 2 days and 99% of them being rude to me, I'm starting to understand the motivations behind the Holocaust.
Nuh-uh.
What do you mean exposing
I don't-
themselves?
like penisly?
Like
No.
flashing them?
No, I think just like
Just saying
announcing
I'm
that,
trans.
that they're trans.
Oh.
That's awesome.
And I can see why that would annoy Jews because it's giving them a little taste of their own medicine.
Right.
What, like Jews are constantly like trans people coming out
Well,
of the closet?
No, they're you'll just be on the bus and they'll be sitting across from you.
And they'll be
And
like,
you make
Jewish.
rude eye
Yeah.
eye contact, and they're like, "Sorry, I didn't know if I'm Jewish, by the way.
Right.
Yeah.
I didn't know if you were looking
Yeah,
at me."
we do that.
Yeah.
You do. Yeah. You
Yeah.
invade spaces Jewishly.
That's why we put
You take up too much space Jewishly.
Mm-hmm.
yeah, in terms of atmosphere.
Atmospherically, for sure.
Yeah, for sure. But some of them you can't even see. They're hidden.
Mm-hmm.
The Jews?
Yeah, pulling all of the strings.
They kept them out in the woods. Back
the
in the
woods
war.
Jews.
Used to take them out of the woods and put them in camps. We learned recently.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a lot on Wikipedia. about
Yeah,
it.
concentration camps they called them.
To hide that? I don't. Jews did that. You're
They
saying.
didn't know it.
Yeah.
Jews put that whole thing together.
No, there was a group of Germans.
Oh, really?
You're listening to hardcore history. A lot of people don't know about, but
I'd never heard that. Are you serious? That's
Yeah, there were
fucked up.
these-
yeah,
Yeah.
There's a lot of
What did they
everyone
do
knows
to
about
them?
the World War, but there was
Uh-huh.
actually a little unknown. There was a second World War
Mhm.
that
Wait.
happened.
Not the one with trenches and shit like that.
Not the Great War. No.
Not the Great War.
Yeah.
There was a Great War too.
There's a greater war, even better war.
The Greater
Mhm.
War.
Yeah.
That's fucking wild.
Yeah. There was Yeah, they.
That's the one that's about it's
States'
about
rights.
Vito Corleone or Michael Corleone.
Yeah.
Michael.
Yeah.
Michael
Well,
kind of coming into
Michael
power.
is the first.
coming into his own.
Vito is both.
Yeah, young Vito.
Young Vito was a piece of ass, by
You
the
get
way.
young Vito.
Da-na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na. Da-na-na. That's
I
the
love
theme
that
song to the movie American Gangster. Na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na-
That one's the best one because it only makes sense with the beep. It doesn't make sense if we take the beep away.
Yeah, it doesn't.
It's awesome.
Yeah.
It's kind of fucking postmodern.
Well, it gives you a glimpse into the audience, a glimpse into our minds, in which we're never actually saying the word. We only hear the beep.
We only hear the beep.
And things only operate within the context of the beep.
That's right.
Yeah.
And if you are thinking something,
if you're thinking it,
you're the bad
you're
person.
You're
no
the
good, filthy.
beep.
You're the beep.
You're the beep.
You're the
See,
beep.
I accidentally said beep while pressing the button.
Yes. Because that's what that's so much what your brain recognizes.
Mm-hmm.
Suck on my fucking dick and lick
Although I do
my
have-
fucking balls.
I do have a text replacement on my phone.
Oh, really?
Yeah. For here, I'll send it to the group, and I'll see if you can figure out what it is.
I'm interested to see.
So I have that. I forgot that I had that saved on my phone until I typed it accidentally.
Is that Morse code?
It is Morse code.
Okay. I don't speak Morse code.
Oh wait,
But
hold on.
I can guess. what it
Hold
is.
on.
Oh, no. No, stop doing it. No.
Oh, there.
Counts. That
You got it right at the end.
That counts.
That was very close. Wow, you think there was ever a guy in the
Oh,
booth
For sure.
that they were like,
That
"Listen,
they let that one fly a lot.
we need you to bleep out all," and then anytime it comes up, he's just
Stop.
No,
Don't sneak it in.
yeah.
Don't sneak it in this hypothetical.
Message from the Titanic, sir. I don't think you're going to believe this. Yes, in the middle of the ocean. Ask them to confirm. How many is that? I don't know. 50, 100? I could just describe. I need you to be very calmly. Stop yelling. Look around and describe what you're seeing on the Titanic.
Okay. So this is a robot that can't. Who are they talking to?
The joke is that the Titanic is communicating with the rescue ship.
Yeah.
Right. No, I get
doing an SOS.
Yes, but they don't. They have regular radios.
Right.
There's
Stylistically.
There's no Morse code.
I see.
So the guy's like, "We need help," and the other guy's like, "What is it? What's going on?" And then he's like, "Just tell me what you see." And then the
then
guy on
he
the
just
Titanic
keeps
is like,
doing
"Well, I see."
Oh, I get you.
And then
I get
when we're watching the movie,
Guy,
they have to beep
bleep
them.
it
They have
out.
to beep it all out. So you think it's Morse code. So imagine the scene
Right.
with the guy
But it's beeps.
with his headphones on, and they're like, "It's the Titanic, sir."
Okay.
And then he's just hearing like, "Boo, boo, boo, boo."
I forgot everything in that movie except the dancing, her breasts,
Mm-hmm.
and when the poor kids go to bed and they're about to just drown to death.
Isn't that the old people? No, the mom's putting the kids to bed.
Mom's
The
putting
mom's
the kids
And then
to
the
bed.
old, they had two bed scenes.
And then the two rich people are going to bed, and they love each other.
No, they're old and poor.
They're old and rich, I thought.
They're,
I don't
the
believe
rich
they're
people
rich.
were
Rich people
allowed
get
off the
out.
boat. The old poor people are in the bottom.
No,
of the
some
boat.
of the rich people stayed. The
No.
industrialists.
No, they
guys.
didn't. No
Yeah,
chance.
they did. They put on their
Class
dinner
trader.
jackets. I don't fucking know.
Listen to fucking Class Trader.
I got a question for you.
Adam Freeland.
I got a
almost called
question
you
for
Adam
you.
Sula.
I got a question for you. So
Yeah.
the band.
You know,
keeps
here's a
playing.
good scene too.
The
It's the
band-
captain and the. No, yeah, we'll do your joke
No,
you
no,
stole
I
from
don't-
Kings of Comedy.
Yeah,
in
that's what I was
5
gonna
minutes.
do.
Wait, that's what he was gonna do.
Yeah. What the hell kind of black band keep playing
Yeah.
while the ship's
You
going?
know,
down?
Adam's not even going to have his own bit. He's going to ironically repeat a very funny joke from
It's
Kings
one of the
Comedy.
funniest jokes of all time.
Okay, yeah. As if it's a bad joke.
It's not a bad joke.
But then if it's
The
not,
best part is
hold
the-
on, Adam. If it's not, then you're stealing it.
Well, I thought it was like a famous.
I didn't know. I don't remember.
I thought it was a
anything.
reference.
You know,
Yeah.
most of our fucking fans are 14-year-old autistic boys.
Well,
that
they
don't
should
know-
listen to the Kings of
that don't know
Comedy
Kings
special.
of Comedy.
They should listen.
Then they would have thought,
They
wow,
should watch
Adam had
it.
a good one.
They should
Even
watch.
though his delivery was horrible, it was a great idea.
Yeah.
That's
I thought
what they
it was a
would've
ref.
thought.
I thought it was a little reference.
Yeah, the king of references.
And
I
then he
thought I
goes,
was doing a reference.
with the punchline is that
Adam
is
reference
like Cool in the
Friedland.
gang would be like, "Come on, y'all," and then he whips the mic cord.
The punchline is the dinner napkin.
He whips the mic cord. He's got a physicality to the bit.
It's very good.
The way he like whips the mic
Whose is
cord
it?
up.
It's Steve Harvey's bit.
Respect.
And then he does a part where he
Whoa, Adam!
Come on.
Jesus fucking Christ!
no, he uses a dinner napkin as a sail to like that. He's like constructing
But he's already got
his own
the
boat.
stool upside down.
He
and-
flips the stool upside down and he's standing in it,
Yeah.
and then he takes a dinner napkin and
Oh,
starts
that's
blowing
awesome.
into it.
That's awesome.
Which you can tell it was all put on stage because he has this big Titanic
It's
thing
great.
coming up, and he was
Does he
so
close on
stoked to
that?
do it. No, that's at the beginning of the
Wow.
special. Yeah, he came in hot.
He comes in hot.
Well, he's hosting, so
Does he? Yeah.
What I was gonna say is it's the scene where the captain is on the ship. Let's have another. We haven't done a Titanic episode in a while.
let's do a big one. Let's
We
do
haven't gone through and just talked about the movie Titanic
Let's do a triple XL
for 20
Titanic.
minutes
It's been some time.
in a long time.
I haven't told the
And
story
in case
about.
anyone wants to do the week's worth of work to edit this into a clip of scenes from Titanic,
Yeah.
we'll just recap some of the other bits. It's that Billy Zane's the good guy in the movie.
Billy Zane's the good guy. A classic Mullen take.
I forget what else.
I don't know that we.
Kathy
have much
Bates
else.
is being
oh
the big
right,
bit,
Kathy
the big-
Bates.
I'm the big bitch.
That's a classic.
The unfuckable Kathy Bates.
And,
Come on, man. She could probably suck a nice prick.
That's the name of the character.
But the captain is the ship's going down. Maybe just whoever already did the compilation.
Why
or
don't we do
whatever.
the thing where we
Go
listen to
ahead and-
old episodes
Yeah.
on this episode?
Go ahead and take the video down and then edit this part into it.
Yeah.
So you could have a super mega super.
But the captain, as like the scene where the glass is cracking or whatever
Yeah.
before the water rushes in when he decides to go down with the ship,
Mm-hmm.
we pull back and his pants are down and he's masturbating to the idea of being killed by water.
Yeah, that sounds kind of hot.
it sounds like he sunk the ship on purpose.
There would be your emotions would be running on
I
high.
haven't. We got to watch more bad movies so we could go into them on the show.
I know, dude. I was trying to get you guys
Oh,
to
yeah, I
watch
forgot to
Space
watch
Jam.
That
too.
honestly is like the only type of skill I ever acquired in
That's
my life.
That's what we love.
Is watching a movie and barely remembering part.
Right,
Mhm.
right.
Mhm.
Yeah.
One thing I forgot to mention to you guys. What the
That
one
you're
thing
Jewish?
that shut up, dude.
You
The one
didn't
thing
bring it
that
up yet,
PC
though.
culture never took from us was
What's that stand for? Penny coin culture.
Yeah. was that Speedy Gonzalez
Or
is still on the team
Paying
squad.
with
They didn't take
coupons
it.
culture.
Paying coupons.
Paying coupons. That's pretty good.
Speedy Gonzalez
Is
is
still a
there?
character, and he's still like, I'm Mexican and fast.
sleeping.
But then the credits rolled, and it was none other than what's his name, Fluffy.
Hank
Mark
Azaria.
Anthony?
No, Fluffy. The
Fluffy.
Fluffy voices.
He gets to be Speedy Gonzalez.
He gets to be Speedy
Why
Gonzalez.
the fuck
in
is there
game.
no Greek Looney Tune? How about that?
Yeah.
How about a
Huh?
mouse named Beepy Gonzalez?
That's good.
And he's like, I just can't stop saying. I can't stop saying it. I'm so sleepy, and when I wake up, I just see everywhere.
I have dreams when I have the
dreams.
sombrero over my eyes, and when I
close
dream,
them, I
it's
see
nothing but.
pink on parade.
Stop. Where
The
were
Dumbo
we?
song.
Where we watched the Gabriel Iglesias failed reality show? Do you remember that?
Was it Ottawa?
Yeah, I think it was in Canada.
It was in Canada somewhere, and we
It was
didn't have.
truly demented.
And we
that
didn't have
show.
access to the internet or some shit.
Yeah.
So all we could do was watch television. And we found, or maybe it was definitely somewhere, maybe even Australia, maybe. But it was just Gabriel Iglesias and his boys.
His boys, like his
boys.
turtle, his his drama.
Yeah.
What? Go. Keep going.
Keep going.
I don't want to. I feel like Nick's gonna beat
No,
me.
I'm not going to beep you. I
Who's
wanted
gonna
to
beat
do
Speedy
pink
Gonzalez?
on parade, but now I can't. I should plan ahead.
You should do more.
No,
cues.
no.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, you don't need a
No,
plan,
no,
dude.
no. Don't you ever do that.
It'd be cool to do a reality show where it's like, I'm going to Alaska, I'm going to survive for a week on my own. And then it's like the first episode is like, chartering the plane, meeting the crew. It's like laying out the goals.
Yeah.
Mhm.
They're like, I'm like meeting a bunch of people to go, and they're like, so what kind of loadout are you getting? I'm like, I don't know. I haven't really thought about it. They're like, well, shouldn't you, like, what kind of rations are you going to bring? And you're like, I guess we're going to figure it out when we get there.
I'm going to order a couple pizzas from Domino's.
Yeah.
And I'm going to put them in a fucking aluminum foil.
I'm more worried about how my hair looks right now. And then the helicopter drops me off, and it's like, well, it's been 15 minutes, and I'm dying. There wasn't a plan. The show is over. And now stay tuned next week when I fuck a fat woman in a hotel in Cincinnati when she recognizes me from being the guy from this show. Coming up on Alaska Survive. Surviving Alaska. Surviving the tundra with Doug Cash.
Doug Cash.
Doug Cash.
He's coming, and he's going to pork some fat
Next
whore
week on
near
Doug
you.
Cash. Well, I don't really have any condoms because I don't really do this kind of thing. I thought, there's something special about you when I was hanging out at the airport bar.
This is new for me.
This is my friend. I don't know where we are. Well, it's a Motel 6. A Motel 4? No. A Motel 5? No. Is it a Motel 7? One less than that. Is it a Motel 5? No. It's one more than 5 and one less than 7.
Dude, you want to hear that? That basically happened to me growing up. There was a girl that grew
There's a girl with Down syndrome that recognized you for being
no.
from a reality show, so you raped her in a Motel 6?
No, that's not what happened.
That basically happened to you
What I'm
growing
saying
up?
is there was a girl that was like, she had like a little piece of retarded, right?
Yeah, she was
like
slow.
she wasn't full, but she was slow.
Yeah.
She's got a little piece of retarded.
And she was trying to make.
I got a little lexicon that makes me busted like this.
She was there was like we would all hang out on our friend's porch, right in Greektown. There was like and she lived across the street, and she had we were friends with her brother.
Yeah.
And she was like, you felt bad, like
Yeah.
she would like try and like become friends with all these like shitty, mean Greek girls that wouldn't befriend her or whatever. And then she just like walked up to some of them that were like having a conversation, and they were like talking about some girl. They were, and they were like, she was like, oh, I know her, and they're like, okay. She's like, yeah, she's got blonde, and they were like, you don't. I think they were like, no, I don't think you do. And she's like, no, I know her. She's like, she got blonde hair, and they're like, yeah. And she's like, and she was 16 before she was 17. And they were like, yeah. But that was like her lie of like a fact about someone that she knew to fucking.
Oh, that poor girl.
She was like,
Dude,
and
that
she was
girl's-
16 before she was 17.
That's
We were
smart.
like, what? Yeah, but that's not what you know about her. That's just not a fact about her that you remember.
Oh, that's sad.
Yeah.
Is
But
it a
was-
Motel 16? Anyways, are we going to do the blowjob or not?
Anyway.
What's a blowjob? Well, it's going to be a big learning day for you. Guess you love learning.
Cash, surviving getting retarded pussy.
Surviving Alaska.
On this episode of Surviving Alaska, in his connecting flight to in Anchorage, he's getting head from a retarded girl.
Now, a detective has come sniffing around. So I'm having a meeting at the headquarters of a former Mossad agent who does blackmail.
By the way, my real name is Doug Moishovich.
My real name is Doug Israel. Listen, we'd love to help you, but from what you describe, it sounds like you did rape the retarded girl. And right now we are the big issue trying to kill Ben and Jerry or make Ben and Jerry look like they are not actually homosexual with each other.
I did hear that. I heard that they were gay.
Because we used to make them say they are gay, but now we they have to be not gay.
They have to be not gay.
Because that's the
to
only
execute
reason,
them.
only reason people eating the ice cream is because they think that they're gay,
Yeah.
which is good now because of what we did.
It's true.
Damn, dude. Pray for Ben and Jerry.
Dude, it is so
They're
funny.
under attack from
how that fucking happened is they were on social media hot last year being like, fuck a racist ass America.
Right.
And then like one person was like, yeah, you have fucking shops in like the occupied territories. And then they just stopped tweeting.
Oh, wow.
They thought it would go away. And then
I thought it was more than that. I thought they were like Israel boys or something.
they are. And then fucking like
Damn, that's
a
gay.
week ago, I forget, there was an article that was like, Ben & Jerry's hasn't tweeted for 2 months. Is it because of the Israel-Palestine conflict? And Ben & Jerry's was like, all right, I guess we got to just...
Yeah.
Now we got to do this because this inconsistency is going to be pointed out
Right.
over and over and over again. Which makes them actually kind of worse than... The fact that they were doing that makes them worse than...
the fact they had a store in the
yeah, that they're like participating in genocide and it's a genocidal company and they're racist.
Well, they stopped, right? So we can eat their ice cream again.
There's better options.
I love Ben and Jerry's, bro.
Yeah.
they've been killing it for a long
Dude,
time.
the fucking ice cream place next door is amazing.
Sweetie Sweets.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah,
Don't say it, man. Don't dox him.
I don't know their name.
Yeah, all right, so you just said it, but I mean, whatever.
I mean, it's a little taste of your own medicine, to be clear, to be fair, Nick.
Yeah.
I believe you said Adam's full address.
I've had to edit that out numerous times. Adam's full address
You
has never
said
gone
it.
out on the show.
Well,
And in the instances it has, it's because that was Adam's week to edit the episode.
That's true.
mhm.
I forgot about that. So it's your fault, Adam.
Yeah,
It's this kind of carelessness that's going to get you murdered by a guy
I
who
dropped
wants
the
to
ball
be
so much.
who wants to be the co-host of this podcast.
Anyone could do it.
And by the way, we operate on a Highlander style.
Yeah, if you
here.
cut my head
if
off,
you cut
can
Adam's
sit
head
on
off,
this
you can
camping
be
chair.
you can be Adam.
Yeah, you can sit here. You can
God.
join my family.
You see
Damn,
that
I
call
really
her
hope no
daddy
one
girl
kills
got
you.
it. So first, Rogan got the $100 million Spotify deal.
Yeah.
That's fine. But now the Call Me Daddy girl, they got a $60 million Spotify deal.
Wow.
Wow.
Can we
And
get
They're
I
big.
just
It's,
give us that.
it's a big podcast.
Give us. I don't care. No,
Can I
it's
get
not.
pussy from her?
This is a
I
big
already
podcast.
do.
You do?
We go out with each other.
The Chinese guy from Star Trek Voyager listens to this show.
He does?
He does.
I would assume so.
Yeah. We have a lot
I
of
can't imagine why he wouldn't.
we have a lot of
Think
celebrity.
about it, there's a
fans.
lot of there's a lot of very important people who listen to this show. Joe Azuzu.
Oh fuck, that's awesome. Joe Tamarchio from Mr. Tar.
Yeah.
You guys remember Joe Tamarchio?
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Oh,
that's a nice
the
name.
reference. The reference sounds hilarious.
I love
Oh, dude,
references.
you gotta go to fucking. Listen, you want to get tires in the Towson, Maryland area? You gotta go to. Hell, what's up, everybody? It's Joe Tamarchio from Mr. Tar.
Yeah.
Mr. Tire.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Joe Tamarchio from Mr. Tar.
I when you started speaking, I heard nothing but like weird Greek noises.
No. That's Baltimore, not Greek.
I heard joke Tamakria from Mr. Talk.
No. Joe Tamarchio from Mr. Tar.
Get that guy. Basically
Tar.
any car mascot, any
Yeah.
automotive service mascot.
Yep. Bob Bell.
They all listen to the show.
Yeah.
Mhm.
We used to in Vegas have a guy who
We're ranked number 1,783 in podcasts on Spotify. So
that's at least 60 million.
well, yeah. If you consider Rogan's 5,
Yep.
Yeah.
Call Me by Your Daddy is like
Call me by your daddy's name.
90 something,
Mm-hmm.
or maybe they're 5 and Joe Rogan's 1.
Right.
So let's say the top spot is 100 million.
Yeah.
3.
Who's the top
you
one?
divide
Joe Rogan.
100
he's
million
5.
to get to us.
Yeah.
You look at the rate of decay in between
Mhm.
number 1 and number 5 from
Yeah.
100 million, the ratio between those.
Right.
100 to 60.
And this is a little bit of calculus we're
Yeah.
going to learn.
Mm-hmm.
So we're going to do 100 minus 60,
That's 40.
40.
40 million, divided by 1 through 5 in
4.
sequence. And then you
4.
graph that, and then you get the arc. And then if you multiply that by our number, which is 1,500, you get $25 million, which is
Seems
what,
right.
what
Yeah.
we're owed.
Seems
That
right.
seems reasonable.
Let's go to where's
Because the rate-
Spotify's? It's in like Oslo or some shit. Isn't it a Swedish
yeah.
company?
No, I
Yeah.
think they're in Dover.
They're in Dover.
Delaware?
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh, yeah.
dude, time to hop in the fucking
Let's get on
hop
95.
in the fucking station wagon
I don't
Get a
know.
couple
They
fucking
might not be in
snipers.
No, I think it's in
Dover. Might be thinking
Stockholm
of
or something.
the racetrack, Dover Downs.
Dover Downs.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true because they play music sometimes over the PA.
That
And I
is
think they were
Yeah.
16 before they were 17.
Yeah.
Also,
That is.
Oh, I was thinking of Dover Downs. Yeah, I was thinking of the ponies.
Yeah.
Not Spotify.
damn, dude. Should we go snipe? Should we get sniper rifles and indiscriminately shoot in the windows at Spotify until they give us 30 million?
I remember being there with my grandpa when I was a little
You
kid.
think that'll work?
Mm-hmm.
How will they know that they're supposed
Man.
to give us money to make it stop?
In the bullets, we write little messages.
The forensics.
a little message in
Yeah.
a bottle?
Yeah.
Ah, nice.
Mm-hmm. If you wanna suck my dick, baby, there's a price to pay. I'm a homo in a bottle.
Just a guy going around
You
at a
gotta
Halloween
fuck in
party.
my asshole.
And he's got like a cartoon lamp shoved halfway up his ass, and he's like, he's painted blue. He's like, I'm a bottle and genie. That's my costume. Yeah, it's just a little play on words.
Yeah.
I work at BuzzFeed.
I work at BuzzFeed.
I work at
That's
BuzzFeed.
clever.
The whole party smells like his asshole.
Yeah.
It's just a little open.
15 frozen GIFs that illustrate Aziz's rape accusation.
Yep, let it go. That's the
15
one.
yeah,
That's the
15
one I would
That's
use.
what I said.
DreamWorks. Every time women made DreamWorks faces while
The DreamWorks smirk
While
while
being
Aziz
raped.
fingered them badly.
Ooh.
Oh, fuck. Yeah. Okay. So if we get how about this? If we just get 3 million
Yeah.
and we each get $1 million,
That
then
would
we
be
can just
fine.
then we can just stop podcasting.
Not with hyperinflation coming, dude.
Really?
Oh yeah,
Fuck.
dude.
You need
I
at
only
least
watched
20.
a couple of clips from that Biden town hall,
Uh-huh.
but it's hilarious.
What'd he say?
What does he say?
I mean, he's just out of his mind.
Yeah.
He's
Hell
I feel like it's funny because the last week has been nothing but like all this talk about cracking down on misinformation on social
Yeah.
media, which
Who said that?
I'm too old and tired to scream about
yeah,
that
I don't
now.
care.
Go ahead. Take away free speech first. I don't care. It doesn't. It'll give me. Please make this show illegal to do.
Oh, that would be so awesome.
That would be awesome.
Yep.
But that'll never be the case
Mm-hmm.
because it's too stupid.
Exactly.
It's too stupid to ever be a real threat.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah.
the best case scenario is it continues to destroy our lives,
Mm-hmm.
but be better than the alternative of having to going back to working at a gas station.
Yeah.
Right.
I'll say whatever they want me to.
Exactly.
I stand for nothing.
Anyways, the whole week of like misinformation stuff, and then Biden's just like, "That's the thing is that if you get one of these, any one of the three first of all, he's fucking mumbling and rambling the
Respect.
entire time.
Which is awesome.
He's like, if you get any one of these three vaccines, you can't get
That's
coronavirus.
awesome.
And he's like, especially
Oh,
not
no.
the Delta disease that's going around now. And he's just like an outright blatant lie.
Which he probably thinks is the truth.
That's the
I
other
don't even
thing,
think
yeah.
he's lying. I think he's just that's how feeble his mind is, that it's
Yeah.
just like vaccine means no goes get sick.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, then he's like asked about inflation, and he's like, these spending packages will reduce inflation. They'll reduce like a Marge Simpson take a sweater
Yeah.
fucking thing.
Yeah. Dude, and every
I-
time you see him talking, the best part is just thinking about Hillary Clinton watching him talk.
Oh
Yeah.
my God, it's killing me.
I mean, that is still a nice
is
little
the-
ray of sunshine in all of this.
That's all that's
I hope
left.
I hope Donald Trump is mailing Hillary pictures of his penis.
Yeah.
I hope he's doing that to her.
Prank calling her.
Yeah.
That I would pay $100,000 to hear
yes.
those tapes.
How you doing? How you doing, Hillary? This is Domino's Pizza. We're looking for your house. I'm the driver, but it seems we're in Chappaqua, but we forgot the address. So if you can just give down the driver. It's me. I know you called and ordered a pizza about an hour
You
ago.
call the fat bitch special.
Well, I'll tell you what, just in case you order a pizza in the future from Domino, I'm also, it doesn't matter that you don't order from us. Look, legally, we need your address. So you're going to have to give it to us.
He calls back. He's like, Hillary, I'm from the lesbian pantsuit store.
Hey, lesbian, Hillary, Do you want to see Howard Stern's penis?
Damn. What's she up? What's her day to day like?
What I really want to see is
A guy's cock
yes.
dripping wet.
How the fuck? We've
With
already
your
done
own
40
saliva?
minutes.
Oh,
No.
that sounds great.
No, it feels like it's been 10. That's awesome,
Because
man.
we've been having so much fun.
No, something has to be wrong.
No,
I can
I think it's
do
been-
another Kings of Comedy, but
I guess now that you say it, it's probably been 40.
No,
yeah, it
there's
feels
no-
like 40.
something's
at
up.
least.
Nothing's up, bro.
There's no way we did 40.
Yeah, we
minutes.
just don't care about the show. We didn't jump into like a time-space continuum. We've just been kind of babbling for 40 minutes.
No,
it
I
makes
was-
it flow.
Yeah, I was
the
like,
beeps,
well,
the
we-
beeps fill out a lot of
I
time.
was-
Yeah.
Oh, I forgot that I
You
did.
played Return of the Mac. You played it for almost like 3 whole minutes at the beginning. That's to wait to get to the beeps.
Yeah.
That paid off, dude.
Yeah,
that was very
paid off,
funny.
for sure.
That was very funny.
We talked about the
I
zoo.
had a good laugh at
Oh, we
that
did
one.
We
talk
talked
about
about
We talked about
Josh
I mean,
Titanic.
Cash.
legitimately, though, it does feel like we've been sitting here for 10, 11 minutes.
It's
That's
just
great,
what it's like
dude.
hanging out with friends, dude.
with the fellas.
I guess
You
I don't
have a
have any
concept
friends.
of time.
But no, anyway, before I had sidetracked myself, there was, oh yeah, about I wish I knew how to edit video.
You absolutely can.
You've
edit
done
video.
it before.
No, but I mean like real good to take that town hall and just have Biden's pants keep falling down and exposing like big polka dot boxers
That'd be awesome.
Yeah.
every 5 minutes.
You could absolutely learn how to do that.
Yeah, I love when people ask him questions now too. He has this like
That's
He's
why they
trying
put the
so hard.
aviators
this
on.
this like ridiculous face that he's making.
Yeah. I can't wait till he
Where
runs
he's like,
again.
yeah, he looks like he's getting fucked in the ass by the question itself.
a big question mark, an
Yeah.
animated question mark, is going into his ass.
Hey, Mr. Biden, 100,000 women were raped on the border yesterday. What do you have to say about that? Look, man, you gotta be. What happened to being a cool customer? Everybody used to be a good Tom Charlie. It was, you could say, for instance, you could say that perhaps there's different kinds. It doesn't matter how you make the salsa as long as you got jalapenos in there.
That's right.
Yeah, I can't go on vacation.
Yeah.
Well, you gotta break a couple eggs.
In a lot of ways, he's kind of like the worst elements of the last, or at least maybe not the worst, but he's got a little bit of all of the other guys in him.
Absolutely.
Yeah, he's the
Yeah.
greatest hits.
His bailing
Dementia.
on his bailing on a sentence at the end, or like bailing on like already a mixed metaphor the way Bush used to.
Yeah.
Which was probably the best thing about Bush.
Oh yeah.
That shit
Yeah.
was hilarious.
It is funny to hear like him talk again, and you're like, oh yeah, yeah.
That
I
was
forgot.
funny.
Like,
Bushisms.
like we
I
enjoy.
forgot
Like
about
Trump
him.
obviously is the funniest president of all time, and he'll never be topped.
Mm-hmm.
But Bush
Yeah.
had bangers.
Oh, very
Watch
funny.
this drive.
Watch This Drive is one of the funniest things of all time. Watch This Drive.
the gynecologist thing, where it was like they can practice their love with women.
Yeah.
He had some fucking absolute heaters.
He had some bangers.
Going to the bank is something that Jews are absolutely born to do. Remember when he said that?
Mm-hmm.
I was at your bar mitzvah, Adam.
Yeah, he was
He
giving
was a
a
special guest.
keynote.
Yeah.
Yeah. My,
You wanted a Texas themed bar mitzvah.
Yeah.
Just a bunch of fucking gay little Jews in assless
Yeah,
chaps.
we had a
and big
we
cowboy
had a,
hats.
Cowboy hats.
we had a retard get executed,
Yeah.
Texas style.
Yep.
Yeah.
An elderly black retard with no evidence
Yeah.
really against him.
It is very funny
getting
that
killed.
like anyone who's ever served in the government of Texas watches or reads Of Mice and Men. At the end, they're like, "Good,
Yeah.
that's what's supposed to happen. This should be called The Good Story. This movie should be called The Thing That How It Works in a Real Society. In a society."
So George, Lenny was the retard, right?
Yeah. Well, they were both retards, but like Lenny was the big retard, and George was the small retard. It was like a pinky in the brain kind of.
And in comparison, he was less. He
Yeah.
was, he
And
was
so-
the brains.
And so Lenny snapped the lady's neck,
Mm-hmm.
and George. Why did George kill him?
Because they were gonna fucking like the other guys
Lynch
were gonna
him?
string him up.
I see.
Yeah, it was humane.
I see.
Yeah.
It's like when a horse breaks its leg.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Texas style.
Yeah. And what do you think George was up to after that? You think he found himself another retard best friend?
Hopefully. Hope he wasn't alone the rest of his life. Or at least got some pussy.
Did they ever get pussy in that book?
How about George and Jenny? George and Jenny, and Jenny's
Yeah.
also
From Forrest Gump?
no, like a giant.
Woman?
Yeah, but it's the 30s,
Yeah.
and so like, well, George, like Jenny's trans, but George is like, it's like, Jenny, we're gonna run into trouble, so you're gonna have to
Right.
pretend to be retarded,
Yeah.
I see.
and that's why everybody thinks
They
you're
think
big.
you're in a dress because you're a retard.
No, they think
No,
you're a
they
girl,
think
but you're big.
humongous.
You're big like that because you're a retard.
Yeah.
Oh.
And Jenny's like, all right, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
And then the book ends because Jenny's in the barn, like helping the hot farmer wife with something.
Wow.
She's like, I'll just I'm gonna walk over here for a second, and they got a huge dick. They feel
Really
like just
big.
fall. Yeah, they trip and
Over their huge cock.
they trip over a rake. And they're like, "Oh goodness!"
Yeah,
and they're like, you
Their
know that
big
picture,
ass
you know the
cock.
animation of Wolverine dropping the towel,
Yes, sure.
and it's like that happens, and then the farmer's wife is like, "Oh, I'm gonna tell my dad," and Jenny snaps her neck to make sure
Sure.
she doesn't tell.
Yeah.
Yeah.
To keep
And
her
then-
secret.
Yeah.
That's sad.
And then George takes her out into the river, and Jenny's like, "Listen, I'm not an actual retard. I know where you're.
I
taking
know
me out
you're
here."
trying to kill me.
And George is like, "Yeah, but it's better I do it than those damn turfs
yeah.
back at that
Those
feminist
J.K.
co-op.
Rowling.
Yeah.
The turf co-op.
Some British bitch with little bangs.
We had to get a job. We had to get a farmhand job at a turf co-op. And George shoots Jenny through the skull.
Uh-huh.
And he's crying, and Jenny turns around, and she's like, George. And George is like, oh, my God. And there's just a gaping hole through Jenny's head. And George is like, you don't have a brain?
Right.
But I thought you were born a man. And Jenny's like, I guess
I've
been a woman the whole time.
Wow.
And it's
Wow. It's
and
beautiful.
It's called The Good Story.
The Good
called The
Story.
Good
and it's called The Good Story Part 2.
It's called
Yeah.
Texas Drift.
Texas Drift. Yep.
It's called
All women are brainless.
It's called a mice and a really big bitch.
The Good Story. The Good Story Part
Good Story Part 2.
Texas style Good Story.
They love being from there.
Yeah.
Yeah, oh yeah.
I can't wait to move there with you boys.
I'm not moving anywhere.
Texas is a very funny place. I remember when I lived there, you would be, I had never seen it before, but like I forget if it's Ford or Chevy. They have like trucks that are just branded Texas Edition.
That's awesome.
Yeah. The King
yeah.
Ranch, the F-150.
Yeah, but this one's
Yeah.
these specifically say Texas.
Says Texas
That's
Edition.
insane.
Yeah.
You know they had an N-word head ranch F-150.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Rick fucking what's his name?
Rick Perry.
Rick Perry had that one special made.
Yeah.
That guy was pretty funny too, but he was just like a pretender, you know.
Yeah, I think he was a pretty chill guy.
What was that campaign video he had where he's like, it's hard to believe we live in a time where they let gays serve openly in the military, but your children aren't allowed to use the N-word in school.
Yep.
Yeah.
He was, and then
That's some common sense for a
Was he-
crazy time.
was he
That was the
Energy
name
Secretary?
of it, right? Common Sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, I want to play that. That shit was awesome.
Rick Perry did kind of rock a little bit. Just another retard Texas governor trying to run it back.
Yeah, but he put on glasses to seem smarter.
He was kind of like
Which
the
is the
Kobe.
old-
He was kind of like the Kobe to George Bush's Jordan. You know,
He was 1B to 1A.
exactly.
Yeah. I see
But
what
it was
you mean.
it was a steeper drop off. Don't get me wrong.
No, they were pretty close. I think pretty close.
But I guess his grandfather didn't run the CIA or whatever, or father, I guess.
I'm not ashamed to admit that I'm a Christian. But you don't need to be in the pew every Sunday to know that there's something wrong in this country when
This is cool.
gays can serve openly in the military, but our kids can't openly celebrate Christmas or pray in school. As
Wait, I thought
president,
you were joking.
I'll end
No.
Obama's war on religion. And and I'll fight against liberal attacks on our religious heritage. Faith made America strong. It can make her strong again. I'm Rick Perry, and
I like that music.
Dude, he literally
That West
said
Wing
gays
music.
can serve openly in the middle.
Yeah.
You're allowed to say that.
You don't have to be in the pews every Sunday to know that there's something wrong when a big trans
Where-
bitch named Jenny can't even be shot in the head without her brain spilling out all over. This is why I oppose the release of the liberal education system's editing of John Steinbeck's The Good Story 2, Texas Drift, in which Jenny finds out she's been a real woman the whole time. I'm Rick Perry, and I have paranoid schizophrenia.
I really miss that. Like, there used to always be one black Republican in every election cycle, kind of culminating with Herman Cain.
Herman Cain.
One
There
of
was
them's-
that guy Alan
R.I.P. to the
Keyes.
Big Dick Prince.
Do you remember that guy Alan
watching
Keyes?
Pokemon in heaven right now?
They were all like rolly backpack.
Wasn't Alan Keyes the guy Obama beat?
Yeah, he beat him in, but he ran for president too.
Yeah.
But
the
they were,
Republicans have to get the black guy next time.
they gotta get.
It's got to be that David Clark. Nah, none of them are really presidential.
No.
No,
Remember they were trying to say Bobby Jindal's bitch ass? That guy
Yeah.
is such a nerd.
Kenneth the Page.
Yeah.
They're all too hardcore now.
Yeah.
None of them are like chill. That
That's
David
true.
Clark guy is very funny.
They got that other guy,
Is he the
Alan
sheriff?
Scott.
what?
Is he the sheriff?
Yeah, he's like this weird. He's like Chuck Norris's friend. He's like the other guy.
He
on
wears a
Walker,
cowboy
Texas
hat.
Ranger.
Yeah.
I'll meet you over there, Walker. Well, I'll meet you at the place we're going in the next scene.
Yeah. He's
fuck.
from Milwaukee or something.
Oh, yeah. I remember
Yeah.
that guy. Ah, fuck.
I call it Milwaukee
Milwaukee?
because when I go there, I want to see some big old tits out for
Yep.
a stroll.
That's
Give me
where
those fucking curd-fed
You better
titties.
get your big fucking tit. That's what I told her myself.
Dude, I got.
Yeah, I'm
I,
on that show Surviving Alaska.
I was in
Or you go
Milwaukee.
to-
Oh,
go
sorry.
ahead. No, go ahead. Tell the story.
No, tell. I. cut
No,
you
no,
off.
no. Adam, please.
No, I cut you off.
No.
You were in Milwaukee.
Oh, I was in Milwaukee with Racine, and he booked us an Airbnb that we both had to literally run away from. It was
Why?
the scariest place on earth. There was blood on the sheets,
What?
and then there was an eaten chicken, like rotisserie chicken, in the fridge. And yeah, it was terrifying. It seemed like it was a safe house.
Was he scammed or was he just bad at looking?
He was like, the pictures looked a lot better than this.
Yeah, anytime
I
I
didn't know
stay
what's
somewhere,
going
like
on.
I haven't done it in a while, but I used to get scammed all the time on Hotel Tonight by they're like newer hotels that are like owned by Chinese like conglomerates.
yes.
Anytime a hotel has like pictures of like pop art of the Rolling Stones in the lobby, it's worse than like
Yeah.
a truck stop or whatever.
Yeah. I'm trying to get my Airbnb on a little bit while I'm on the road so I can cook my own meals, you know?
You bringing your blender on the road?
I'm off smoothies.
That's the old
I've been
style.
eating more just salads now when I want to
Yeah.
get spinach.
It's better for you.
I went to
roughage.
fucking
Yeah, it is better. My ass
Applebee's
cheeks.
last night.
Ooh,
You did?
Yeah.
What'd you have?
Well, I got my usual, the Oriental chicken salad and the appetizer sampler. But
Mhm.
what?
The Oriental chicken salad
That
from
shit's
Applebee's?
fucking good.
Is that where they put the little crispy little things in
Yeah.
it?
Yeah.
I love
the
those.
noodles.
The crispy little.
You know
mini
what
noodles.
Asian salads always used to have that they don't have anymore?
Mandarin oranges.
Mandarin oranges.
They
Yeah.
were all over the place.
And these Zumas, or as I like to call them, they don't. They're never gonna. They're never gonna have that.
No.
That's a thing that generation doesn't understand.
Did you guys ever have the Jello with the little mandarin oranges in it?
No.
No, that's aspic, isn't it? Aspic.
I don't think so.
Ass penis.
I think it's a type of
You're
Jello.
eating penis. You suck. Penis.
I was not eating penis.
You sucked penis. You ate penis out of a jelly can.
No, I did not.
And we got to the bottom of that.
Oh fuck,
And
dude.
that's the bottom line.
Coming up on Surviving Alaska,
Dude, honestly,
the charges have been filed. How will Doug get out of this one?
It's called witness intimidation.
See,
We've
this
done
is,
it thousands of times.
This is a Bowie knife. A lot of people are familiar with these. What they don't know is they think it's mostly for, whatever I don't even know what the fuck they're for. I'm too lazy. He kills the retarded girl. With the knife.
Dude, the AC's blowing right on me, and I had halal cart last night, and I'm in. The coldness is harming my stomach.
I've been catching some whiffs.
Yeah.
Of some stuff.
Oh, I've only
You had
farted
halal
once.
cart last night?
Mm-hmm.
Damn. Why?
Because I was out till doing spots, and I was like, "This rocks. This is my old life."
Yeah.
I got high with our boy Derek Gaines. I was like, I'm having a great time.
There's some aspects of the old life I won't return to. One of them is eating that fucking chicken off those. I was never really into that, I guess.
It tastes really good.
Halal cart?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Maybe I just don't know where the good halal cart.
The white sauce is very good.
Yeah, I know a couple great spots.
When you catch a good one, you catch a good one.
And I was like, you know what? I had 3 spots. I'm running all over town. I smoked fucking a little weed with the comics afterwards.
Nice, brother.
It felt like
Where were the
like
spots?
old times. I did like some show on the Lower East Side. Then I did the show, Luisa's show in the old fucking UCB Chelsea, where Whiplash used to be.
Antonelli's. They call it now.
Yeah, Antonelli's.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
The Cascade by Antonelli.
Yeah. And then I was at the stand on the Thursday.
Oh, fascist.
The late show on a fucking Thursday was packed. It was fucking awesome.
Yeah, so you're double dipping. You're doing Communist Luisa's communist show.
Well, I'm a centrist, as everyone knows.
Yeah.
So I
He thinks
try and
both sides
connect.
are
I try and
crazy.
connect
And then-
both sides.
and
Yeah.
then your center of gravity is your entire body.
Is my balls
Is
right
your
at the
entire-
center? 'Cause
Your
they're
whole
so
body
heavy.
is the center of gravity.
No, my balls are. Ooh, that's nice. You sitting there blocking out the AC?
Yeah.
That's good for me.
Ow, fuck.
What
Keep
happened?
the mic keeps fucking ripping off parts of my beard. It keeps getting because I wear it shorter now,
Yeah, you have gone shorter. You're trimmed.
and the
It's a
just keeps
summer
getting-
look.
It keeps getting ripped off.
How does it feel to be off the long beard?
I don't know. I mean, I shaved a while ago.
I know, but we've never discussed it.
Literally no different. I mean, I guess it doesn't get caught in things anymore. It's
Yeah.
also not winter. In the winter, it gets caught in your zipper,
Right.
in your jacket.
Or a man's zipper on his penis.
Yeah, when you're bouncing your forehead off his belt buckle. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying?
No, I
Yeah.
don't know what I'm saying.
You do know.
You went
You
to such
actually
a-
do know, Nick.
You guys know so intimately. I've never even. I can't.
No, you really
even,
know.
My idea of sucking a man's dick is basically like a stick figure drawing.
No,
with
it
a,
isn't.
with
No.
with a line going through a circle.
No,
because
it's
you're-
a beautiful
it's-
realist oil
no,
painting.
It's alien to me.
No, it's not.
You're with
It's-
a real rough customer. He's
No.
got a real big belt
In fact,
buckle.
it's making my head hurt to even try to conceive of it. That I'm just gonna pleasantly think about having sex with a woman.
No, you're not.
A mentally disabled woman, perhaps.
No. No, it's a man that you're thinking
You
of.
know, those are the trophies in like rodeo competitions.
Guys-
A mentally disabled woman to have.
A big belt buckle.
Oh, I thought you were meant to
Yeah.
a woman to.
that you could breed.
Yeah.
Oh, like
To make yourself some strong
and then
Yeah.
send
cattle
her-
hands.
Well, he's beat the bull, ladies and
that's
gentlemen.
how they make. That's how they make rodeo clowns.
Yeah, right.
the
Well,
winner
my-
gets the fucking retarded girl.
My father
Their
was
seed.
my father was a bull rider, and my mama was the prize. And there really ain't much of an option for a guy like me other than to go into clowning. What being half cowboy, half retard.
Yeah.
But that's just the way it is in Texas. I mean, you don't need to be in church every Sunday to know there's something wrong when gays can serve openly in the military. But you can't taunt a bull in an effort to have sex with a mentally retarded woman and produce a clown child.
Fuck.
They're good.
Dude, something's wrong with my fucking elbows.
Yeah, I mean, that's been clear for a while.
They lock up.
You got tennis elbow.
I think I got pussy elbow.
That's
You know what I'm
what
saying?
that's what Federer has, dude.
Really?
You got it from being the GOAT.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I got it from eating some goat. Dude, I'm going to Greece. I can't wait to eat goat.
Dude, it's gonna be so cool.
They're such weird animals, dude.
Yeah, I don't fuck with
I was
them.
Goats?
looking at some at the zoo,
Uh-huh.
at the Prospect Park Zoo, the Pea Zoo. That one's
The PP Zoo.
that one's weird because it's like that one's definitely for children.
Mm-hmm.
Because they have like just some of the animals in the cages are clearly just cats.
like from a house.
I mean, basically,
Yeah.
it's a cat with like spots instead of stripes.
Yeah.
What are those called? Lynx?
No, I mean it's not. It looks like a cat. It's not like it doesn't look kind of like a cat. It's a fucking cat that just has like leopard color.
That's fucking cool.
Yeah,
I would love a cat like that.
yeah. They also have like ducks and pigeons and shit.
Pigeons?
Yeah, and they have goats.
What the fuck, pigeons?
Yeah,
You could just see one on the fucking ground.
yeah. There was. It was funny. I was there, and there's like a bunch of geese in like some area, and one of the workers came out, and he's like, "All right, you guys hungry?" And then this goose sees the guy and just turns around. It's like, bah, 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 and goes back and just fucking avoids him. And it's funny to be like,
Notoriously rude.
it's funny to be like your coworkers hate you, but they're like ducks.
Yeah. You're so annoying.
Right.
It like
Yeah.
fucking translates to species.
Yeah,
What a loser.
that
Yeah.
goose. That goose had its finger on the pulse.
And guess who that guy was?
Finger
Adam?
on the Pulse nightclub, famously an FBI op. Famously, the liberal media repainting that as a hate crime when
Really?
apparently it wasn't.
Is that so?
Yeah, I only recently learned that. Did you know that?
Oh, I didn't know that.
I thought that was a hate crime for sure. It was like a fucking like 3 weeks ago. I found out that. Yeah,
Wait,
apparently
that
it
guy-
wasn't.
The FBI killed
I
this
thought
guy?
that
No,
guy
they
was-
didn't. He
was
went to
gay and
another
on
nightclub
steroids.
to shoot a place up, but it was like closed or something, or he couldn't get in. I don't know, but it wasn't. It wasn't like specifically.
What was his
targeted.
name? Omar or something?
His name was Adam Friedland.
No, it wasn't.
I thought he was gay or some shit.
I think
Yeah,
he was.
I thought he used to like
was
go
gay.
get blackout at the gay club and then
and to take
get
it out.
pissed.
He took it out on them
Yeah.
for turning him gay.
Yeah. For Kylie.
Yeah,
Minogue
it's funny.
hitting
It's
too
shit like
hard.
that. It's shit like that makes you like. You think about the Stephen Paddock thing, and people are like, of course it was like not people, but people like me
Yeah.
are like, of course it was like a CIA thing or like some kind of.
That one is very fucked up.
But it might just be that that's not really the fucking exception. That most of them are just kind of like some guy doing a thing, and then after the fact, they gotta like attach it to
So you
like
think
one
the-
singular extremist motivation that may have been held by the person.
Yeah,
in question.
I guess living in a country where mass shootings are, everyone just sort of accepts them, is really good cover to do executions whenever you want.
Well, I'm just saying that because it's like, people are stupid and they got to process like, oh, there's a mass shooting. They do it because of Islam? Did they do it because they're misogynist? Did they do it because they're homophobic?
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Are they racist or whatever?
Right.
It could be that most of them are just. I have no idea. Who gives a shit, anyways?
They're doing it for attention. That's what I
I ran out of zoo stories, and I haven't seen enough movies.
I'm going to the zoo this week.
No, you aren't.
Yes,
dude.
I
You
am.
fucking copying piece of shit.
No, not.
I'm
I'm
gonna call
leaving.
them-
I'm leaving New York. I'm not going to a New York
I'm going to call
zoo.
them up now, and I'm going to tell them because I have a membership.
Yeah.
I'm going to tell them not to let his.
I'm
ass
not
in.
going to a New York zoo.
You're going to the SD Zoo?
I'm going to the San Diego Zoo.
The suck dicking zoo.
No, that's not true. One of the best zoos,
Is it a good zoo?
apparently.
Are you
I
a
think
zoo
it is.
guy?
Yeah, no, that was the zoo that I went to.
Does your dick ever get hard when you have to shit?
Dude, I have to shit so bad too. But your dick.
It's very funny imagining your like small dick. Getting
My dick is
just
just
like-
regular size.
just like a little robot
Yeah, it's
antenna,
getting hard
like,
because-
like
'cause-
sticking up because you have to shit.
because your
Just
ass.
heard there's a red
I will
blinking
say-
light on the end.
I will say it is a smaller, more condensed erection when you have to shit.
Well,
It's a more painful erection.
It's because your ass thinks the turd log is a
No, it's
penis.
not. That's not
Yeah,
why.
It's like you're getting
That's
stimulated.
not why.
Adam might be on to something.
No.
Yes, it is,
That's
dude.
not why.
Everyone knows that about gay guys.
Yeah.
I
About
didn't
how
even
they
say it happens
love-
to me. I asked if
They
it happened
love
to you.
to have turd logs.
Did I ever say it happened to me, or did I ask if it happens to you?
I didn't say yes.
Well, I'm just saying
But you
I
said
didn't
that
either.
your little penis is hard right now.
No, I didn't.
From
I didn't say
needing
my
to
dick was
shit.
hard.
Yeah,
Imagine
you
how
said-
bad it
you
I
is.
said,
it's
does
more
your dick
condensed.
ever get hard?
Imagine
I
how
said
bad
I've
that turd must feel. Is that he's like in Stav's ass and he's making Stav hard and he can see Stav's dick from the distance and he's like, I'm making Stav like the penis is hard for me. And then he comes out, and the penis is like, "Oh, you're just a turd. I thought you were a penis."
Yeah, you're just
And
going
the
down
turd's
that
like,
way.
always a bridesmaid.
That's not what happened.
It happens
That
every
poor
time.
turd.
That your poor turds.
That turd really wanted to make you happy.
That all he wants to do
You
is
just
get
want-
married.
That doesn't even happen to me. I just asked if it happened to you, so I don't even understand
just-
why I'm being
You're
attacked
just
right now.
deleting the Grinder app and flushing him down the toilet.
I'm just
Weird.
trying to make
Did
conversation.
you see this shit this week? The
About
grind,
the Catholic priest?
dude. That is wild.
Wait, what happened?
That's wild.
So some like fucking, I don't even know what blog it was, but they like bought all of Grindr's like location data,
Uh-huh.
and then like it's supposed to be anonymized
Right.
because they make their money selling people's personal fucking data, but it's
Right.
like, oh, it's
Yeah.
anonymous or whatever. Then you just look up the address of somebody, and then see if like the phone's been there, and then you have an idea of who lives at that house.
Oh wow.
And then they track this like Catholic,
and they found
officials.
a Catholic priest.
They
like
found
a
his official,
head.
and then he was like doxxed and exposed in the media as being on Grindr and going to gay clubs because like a private company bought
That's fucked
this
up.
information for the purpose of harassing people.
Yeah.
Damn.
Grindr sold the information, isn't denying that that's what happened. They said like, oh no, it's technically impossible to do that. It's like, well, it happened.
It
so I
just
don't-
happened.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's fucking hilarious.
Yeah.
And fucked up, I
And
guess.
also,
you know.
he's like head of like a United States like.
Well, that's. I mean, you'd rather he be gay than fuck kids. You know what I'm
I thought
saying?
that's the same thing, dude.
No.
I'm the guy that says that kind of stuff.
I'm sorry, I shouldn't have
What
said
you say is like repeating Steve Harvey jokes.
that. Yeah, and saying it's
Stupid
time for
lilt.
synagogue.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's a good impression of yourself.
Yeah, top 5
I'm gay.
answers.
Oh, God, I hate that.
Top 5 answers.
No, stop.
Yeah. It's like when you run.
That's too real.
It's like when you
What do you
run.
mean?
That's too real. You do that too well.
When you do the like
I know.
You
the
really-
old
I'm a
filter on your
master.
face multiple times. It's like you ran the Adam Friedland filter over your voice like 3 or 4 times to
I
get
don't
that.
sound like that.
You know, that's what I'm saying though. If you run
That
the
top
filter,
5 answers thing is going to haunt me for a while.
because it made Nick horny.
No,
You
now I'm
liked it.
thinking about the turds in your ass again. making
That
you
doesn't
horny.
make me horny.
No,
I
you-
asked a question
No.
to
You
drive
get horny off your
conversation.
turd. You
I
do.
don't get
You
horny
did
off my
admit that.
turds.
You admitted that.
I never admitted it. I'm trying to give the show a little juice.
You said that
by asking provocative questions. Okay,
Wow, you really went there.
I'm trying to spark dialogue,
Yeah, it's true.
and I'm trying to investigate the human condition. And now I have to go shit, and you can see my cock is soft.
My
looks
dick.
pretty
Am I hard?
looks
No.
hard.
You look pretty
It's
hard.
not hard. That's a small ass dick.
That's as hard as you
No, my dick doesn't get fucking. This is not my hard dick.
That's
I have
hard.
a soft. It looks small because it's soft.
It looks really hard
My
and small.
No, your whole midsection, your dick looks like the nose on the robot emoji. And that's
This
what
is not a hard dick.
And the dick
I
starts-
have to shit, and my dick is soft.
my
good,
dick
we're
does
good.
get like kind of like plump and it hangs low when I have to piss in the summer.
Sure.
Yeah, that's normal.
Because it's filled
You
with
get
something.
Yeah, yeah.
I do have to shit though, for real.
All right, dude. We've done like 6.5 hours.
All right, yeah, I guess that's fine.